Welcome to Monster Mashup. Today What is that smell? Let me just... Psh, psh. Okay, that's better. The Digimon 20th anniversary and Digital Monster X, referred to as DM20 and DMX respectively, are two monochromatic Digimon releases that have been around for a bit at this point. The DMX came slightly later and has some impressive quality of life features, but the DM20 has a much bigger roster. Both have secret Digimon to unlock, and both are compatible with battling most other Digimon V-Pets, including each other. We ask, though, which of these Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon, are the champions? The DM20 feels like the successor to the original V-Pets. You have the standard care options you'd expect, in addition to an effort stat that goes up as you attempt training, but you don't have to worry about discipline on this one. The minigame to raise strength is incredibly simple and you will always succeed. Simply tap the A button to build the meter and your Digimon will unleash a series of attacks in an attempt to destroy a wall. It doesn't require many button presses or any timing, so you'll get it whenever you need to. This is good in the sense that it's reliable, but bad in the sense that it ends up being a second feed option basically. Speaking of food, you have meat and steroids, or vitamins, as options. One raising the hunger and the other strength. Poop cleanup, turning the lights off when dozing, and healing are concerns. You're given the option to put Digimon to bed for a 3-hour nap, which gives a break and refills their DP meter. The DP meter allows you to engage in battles, which makes sense they need to rest in between a lot of them. You can have up to 2 Digimon at once in real time, which I imagine was one of the contributing factors to slowing down the meter degradation compared to older units. You switch between them with the C button. There are many different eggs to choose from, and you unlock most of them by getting a Digimon to child stage, so it happens very quickly. Each egg has its own complete growth chart, most of them branching into several options. You will need a second unit to unlock most of the high-end Digimon, as well as some of the eggs, which might be an obstacle for someone playing alone, but there's plenty to discover without it. Battles work on a system similar to the old school units. They're very simple, where once the button presses are done, the RNG pretty much takes over. There's a ladder of CPU opponents to fight that you can either restart or continue at will as long as you have the DP to fight. Tag battles are an option and are necessary for some of the Digivolutions. There are no random events at play here, so you can leave the sound off if you like. Overall, this pet's an enjoyable experience, and if variety is your focus, there is so much to work with here. DMX feels a bit more modern with some clever quality of life upgrades and depth, arguably at the cost of some content. The care options are about the same as the DM20, but there are battle supplement items to feed now too, as well as an experience and level system. The battle system has been slightly revamped to involve a 7-sided die. It's called the XAI system. A lower roll results in stronger enemies that day, but better rewards. Before any battle, you'll also have to roll another die to see how your Digimon is feeling at that point. There's a chart which shows their power, ranging from low to peak, and a cursor slides along the top waiting to be stopped. Different Digimon have different kinds of charts, with some having their peak near the front, or back, or multiple spikes in the middle. As you level up, you gain stats, and you can increase the width of the peak power spikes to make them easier to hit. A low roll of the die makes the cursor move faster, and a high roll makes it move slower and easier to aim. If you hit the peak of your Digimon's power, they will perform a signature attack that shows a cool zoom up of their face right before. There are random events, including battle and item drops, so you'll want to leave your sound on in this one if you can. Defeating the random encounters in battle unlocks those Digimon to be raised as well. Let's talk about the campaign. It is much more nicely organized into 30 stages. Some of them reward consumables or unlock certain Digimon. Each stage has some minions and a more powerful boss at the end. Battles earn you experience, which helps you level up. Keep in mind your level resets at each Digivolution, but it's not too hard to grind it back up, and each form has an inherently higher base power than the previous, as well as a higher level cap. Getting the highest stages of Digimon is much easier in this version, and you don't need another unit to experience that content. If you connect to the DM20 or a different style of unit, you'll use the simplified battle system instead. You're able to freeze and store up to 2 Digimon while raising a third on the DMX. These can be revived whenever you like, or you can leave your current one frozen indefinitely if you want to break. This is very useful if you want to hold on to one to battle a friend or rival later. Last, I want to mention that if you press the C button with nothing highlighted on the screen, it automatically brings up the stat menu. This is super useful, but if you run multiple pets like me, you'll get in the habit and try to do it on the others. We've heard a lot, but let's compare some features. The DM20 has significantly more Digimon to pick from, with the DMX locking some behind having different versions of the unit. Both have secret characters to unlock. The DMX has a better solo battle option, with the fights organized into selectable stages with better rewards. DMX also has a slightly deeper battle system. Which one you will like more comes down to whether you like the slider minigame or mashing the button for max power. The DM20 requires far less grinding. Admittedly, by the time you reach the tip top of the DMX evolution cycle, you'll be doing a lot of repeat battles to fully level up. The DMX evolves faster, hands down. It's only VPET I've seen where it evolved during its sleep. This can be a good or bad thing depending on how much you like the VPET aspect. Both are fun, modern-style VPETs that require less care than a lot of the Tamagotchis and include a bigger focus on battling minigames. So which one wins? There's only one way to solve this. To the digital world. In this corner, we have Omegamon X, which looks like some kind of fusion of 2 protagonist characters. What foe could possibly rival such a digital demon? That smell is back for some reason. It's even worse than before. It's Numamon, the poop monster. This monster eats, throws, and smells like poop. Well, let's see who can win a best of 3. This is a great chance to voice your opinion in the comments. Pause and say who you think the winner will be. Also, if you aren't subscribed, please consider. Nerd Network brings you a variety of nerd content, including VPETs and Blood Bowl. If either of those interest, consider supporting the channel with your sub. With that out of the way, let's get to the main event. Omegamon comes out strong, obliterating Numamon. But wait, what's this? I'm getting some word from the battlefield. Omegamon has mysteriously fallen ill? Could it be? He is unable to battle? Yes. Numamon is our champion. All hail the digital king. In summary, if you like the VPET and collection aspects, the DM20 is a great choice, and if you like to focus on battle and soft RPG mechanics, the DMX is likely to fit your taste. I'll catch you next time.